Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Monday night in New York City. Drizzly, foggy night. Welcome to the next in the Complete Wellness Community Forums. Tonight is our coaching forum. Tuesday night is functional wellness. Wednesday is stress resilience. We're actually thinking about changing these a little bit based on people's feedback and people's desires. So we will let you know when we change that, if in fact we do change it. Tonight is coaching. Coaching. What is coaching? What is the work that I do as a coach? Well, if you follow sports, a coach tells the players, go here, go there, do this, do that. That is not what I do as a coach. You got to decide as the person being coached what it is you want to do, where it is that you want to go, what are your destinations. And my job as a life coach, or as I like to say, a whole life coach, help you to get there. I'm the guy that shines the light on the path that you want to walk on to the destination that you want to get to. That's who I am. How do I do that? All sorts of tricky methods. But one of the most interesting methods that I use, that I've been trained on, is called the Socratic method. Just tells you how long it's been around. Socrates invented it. So we're talking, I don't know, I should really know when Socrates lived. Hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, a long time ago. The Socratic method, bringing out what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and your method of getting there by asking you questions, not telling you what to do. Which, by the way, is a little difficult for me. It was a difficult method for me to embrace because I started my basketball coaching career at around the age of 20. And I would say, do this, do that, go there. I used to love to scream at the players and tell them what to do. That's not what I do anymore. What I do now, as I said, is help you to uncover what it is you want to do and where you want to go. A good coach is a forward-thinking coach, a forward-planning coach. What does that mean? I've been an exerciser for a long time. I do a lot of coaching in the area of health and wellness, weight, meditation, breathing exercises, things like that. But in my own personal life, as an exerciser, I anticipated that I was going to get bored. And I decided, because I always did sort of the same things as a coach, I decided to help myself with my coaching, with my exercise. I would create a new goal. I would create a new goal for myself in terms of my exercise. And in 2009, I decided that I was going to do a triathlon to really challenge myself, because I knew that creating that challenge would not allow me to get bored, because I would have to learn all these new things, these new techniques, have these new goals. By the way, my goal for doing a triathlon was very simple. I wanted to finish the triathlon. I wanted to complete the triathlon with a smile on my face. Wasn't about the time, wasn't about technique. I wanted to not kill myself in the triathlon. I wanted to have a positive experience. So I started training for the triathlon. It was a tremendous amount of exercise. It was a tremendous learning curve for me because I had been a lifeguard earlier in my life, but I was never a serious swimmer for distance and trying to improve the time by improving your stroke efficiency and all that kind of stuff. That was not my thing. So I had to learn how to swim efficiently. I had to take swimming lessons. I took running lessons, even though I had been a runner. I took biking lessons, and it really gave me a forward goal. It gave me something to work towards. Because as I said, a good coach is a forward planner. And I started to implement that early in my life. Another place where I am a forward thinker for myself, and I know how to plan this for you, to help you with this, is in brain health. I am extremely interested in brain health because of some things that have gone on with my own family and things like that. So I am forward thinking about my brain health. I'm planning for the future. One of the things that I'm doing to plan for my future and my future brain health is taking ukulele lessons. Ukulele lessons. The issue with the brain, or one of the issues with the brain, is that we often continue doing the same routines, the same thinking over and over again. And if you think about a person walking on a path, they will, if they're walking that same path again and again and again, they will wear a pattern into that path. They will become well entrenched, if you will, in that path. And if you use that analogy for the brain, that becoming deeply entrenched in one path is not healthy for the brain. Did I just do something bad? I just touched something on my computer. Oh, no, there I am. Oops. So learning to play the computer, learning to play the ukulele is forcing me to do things that I've never done before, learning a new path, expanding my brain health because I am forward thinking, forward planning. And that's a very important trait, a very important way of thinking for coaching, in my opinion. You have to be able to anticipate people's future issues, future problems. I'm working with someone right now. I'm working with a coaching client right now. I do both coaching here on this forum. By the way, if you have a topic that you would like to be coached on, post it on Instagram if that's where you are, or post it on any of these platforms, and I will be happy to work with you. It is a public forum, and that's something that you have to sacrifice. I do work privately with people. Obviously, that's for a fee, and this is no charge. I'm happy to do this for the community. That's what we're doing, these community forums. But I'm working with somebody now as their private coach, excuse me. And in working with them, I'm seeing that they continually put obstacles in front of themselves that are stopping them from them being this person, getting to the next level that they want, this growth that they want. So I said to this person, what's going to happen when you get there? Who are you going to be when you get there? Who are you going to have to act as when you get there? What are your responsibilities when you get there? What are the things that you're going to have to handle that you're not handling now when you get there? Because perhaps this person was innately feeling those things and creating blockages for himself because he didn't know how to be when he gets there. He didn't want to handle the responsibilities when he gets there. So thinking about getting there is what most of us do. I need to do this. I need to do that. I want to lose weight. I want to be more successful. I want to make more money. I want to have a better business. I want to do all these things. I want to have a better relationship. I want a relationship. I say all those things, by the way, because I coach in all those areas. But how are you going to have to handle yourself when you get to where you want to get to go? That's what we also have to think about. Not just how to get there, but who are you going to be when you get there? Question from the audience. How do you get the energy to keep trying different things and mix it up? Great question. I guess, though, for me personally, those things are based on my goals and desires, my desired outcome for my life. When I think about who I want to be when I'm 80 or 90, I think about, I think first really of who I don't want to be. I don't want to be an older person who can't get around. I don't want to be an older person who's not thinking well, who's not sharp. So I make my goals firstly based on that. And then I also think about who do I want to be as an older person? How do I want to be able to live my life when I'm 80, 90, 100? How do I want my health to be? Do I want to be running to doctors all the time, which so many of us meaning Americans, the human race, so many of us do. So that's the energy to want those things, to do different things and to mix it up. But then there's also the physical energy today to do those things. How do I have that energy? Interesting question. I think first and foremost, I have to say that the energy comes from those goals, because then the energy is also put into exercising now, eating properly now, so that I can do the things now that will get me to who it is that I want to be in the future. I'm going to ask you a question, person that posed that question. What are the things that you want in your life? And do you think that those things would energize you to get to where you want to be? And if they don't, perhaps they're not the right things for you. Perhaps they're not really, truly where you want to go. Because it seems to me that if you really wanted to get there, excuse me, I'm getting a call. It seems to me that if you really wanted to get there, it would be easy for you to mobilize yourself, or certainly easier for you to mobilize your energies, to build the energies to do those things. So that's the question that I would ask you as your coach. Do those things that you want to do really motivate you? Yes, the person says. I don't know if everybody can see these answers, so I'm just going to read it. Yes, but it is sometimes still hard to break the inertia of being still. I often think about Newton's laws of motion. Newton's laws of motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon by some external force. And the opposite, by the way, is also true. A body in motion will continue in motion in that same direction unless acted upon by an external force. So perhaps you need to get yourself moving by some external force. Of course, we all have inertia. We all have the tendency to keep doing what we're doing or stay stuck unless we act upon it or something acts upon us. Perhaps I'm a little bit older than you asking this question. Don't tell me how old you are or even who you are. Perhaps I'm a little bit older and I'm realizing, or I've realized, that time is of the essence. When you're younger, you think, oh, I have, I'm death. That's so far off. That's so far away. But it's really not true. Life does go by in an instant. Sometimes they ask people, if you knew that today was going to be your last day alive, what would you do? I guess what I'm really asking you is, what's truly important to you? What is truly important? And once you've decided what's truly important and what your goals and desired outcomes are, once you've decided those things, you will start to gather the energy to break that pattern. I've talked about on previous coaching forums when I started my morning routine. I saw something, I think it was on Instagram, and it was from Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is one of the first motivational speakers. He was somebody that inspired and motivated Tony Robbins. He was like one of the originals. And what I saw was what he called his $1,000,000 morning. And it was something like awake at 5 a.m., exercising, meditating, praying, out the door to the office. I saw that and I said, that's for me. I decided in that moment that I wanted to do that. I decided in that moment that that matched my desired outcomes. Yes, it can be hard, but it can also be easy to break the inertia. All it takes is a decision. So what I'm going to ask you is, are you prepared to make a decision to break your inertia? Are you prepared to do what it takes? And maybe the answer is no, but at least be honest with yourself. But I would ask you, are you prepared to put in the energy to break the inertia? Are you prepared to break the inertia? Do you want what you want bad enough to make a decision to move in a different direction? If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, that's okay too. But at least you should and could be honest with yourself instead of saying it's hard. Maybe say it's not hard. I'm not ready. Maybe say I'm just not ready. Continue formulating. I would suggest that perhaps you need to continue formulating your goals and desires so that you can conjure up the energy. Perhaps, I'm saying perhaps a lot because I like to plant seeds. Perhaps it's visualizing yourself doing the things that you would like to do. Visualize yourself breaking that inertia. I appreciate you engaging with me in this conversation about this. Is there a follow-up question or a follow-up comment that you would like to ask this person who's begun this conversation with me? It's important to have goals. It's important to have desires. It's important to want to do things in life. I'm thinking of a story that I want to tell and which one I want to tell. In 2012, I had to have some surgery. And I had to be in bed for a while after the surgery. And I couldn't go to work for a while. You know what happened? I went crazy. Not literally crazy. I could not wait to get going again, to get out of bed, to get my life moving again. At its core, death is complete stagnation. And if we're going to grow, and if we're going to get off that path that I spoke about before, the reason that I'm taking ukulele lessons, we've got to move. And I want to make the most out of my life and the most out of those movements. I just got a message from Instagram that my live video was paused and it's reconnecting. Maybe I'm having a network problem, so I'll keep talking down here. My Instagram is up here on my phone and everything else is down here on my laptop. That's why you see me looking in these different places. So stagnation is not something that we want. By the way, I just want to clarify, because I know someone's thinking this somewhere. Yes, of course, it's important to rest. I'm not talking about stagnation. I'm talking about resting to refill the battery so you can go back and do all the things that you want to do in your life, accomplish all your goals, be everything that you want to be in your life. Isn't that the goal? So rest is important, not stagnation. By the way, after that surgery, of course, I rested and, a week or two. But after a while, I could not wait to get going again. So since I've lost Instagram, and if there's no more questions, I do hope that this was useful to you tonight. I hope this was productive. If you would like to contact me privately, please do so. If you're interested in private coaching, feel free to contact me. How would you contact me? I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to give you, contact me directly. Wow, thank you, support staff. Contact me directly with any kind of questions. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. If you're interested in private coaching, or if you know someone that's interested in private coaching, as I said, it is for a fee. But if you want someone to come on here, please feel free to share the information with them. Feel free to contact me on my cell, 646-284-5220, and I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. Thanks for joining. Feel free to join tomorrow night for functional wellness, and Wednesday night or Tuesday or Wednesday night for stress resilience. Look out, I should say, for how we might be transforming these community forums. Thanks, everybody, for joining.